based on research published in the Journal of Gerontology addressing the inaccuracies. As you get older, certain supplements may increase your risk of serious health conditions, renal complications, or mental decline reduction by as much as 58%. What is even more alarming is the reality that numerous senior individuals utilize these supplements every day without being aware of the possible hazards. Isn't it alarming? Some vitamins quietly compromise the body as it ages, while others play a crucial role in an extended longevity, gradual aging, and improved recall. Unexpectedly, the most frequently, the usual suspects remain unchanged: nutritional supplements that receive significant promotion and promoted in pharmacies. If you remain committed to guide us to the end, we will also demonstrate what is secure or hazardous, yet additionally, the actual expense that numerous older adults face carrying the weight of choices they had made confident in their well-being. Due to certain circumstances, what you believe is assisting you presents a higher chance than what you truly accept. This piece presents 3 supplements that if you're over 65, you should take daily, and 3 that you should definitely steer clear of since the outcomes may be harmful to your renal function, vision, or even your cognitive sharpness. To guarantee that you will always receive tailored attention for your well-being, I recommend that you make sure to ring the bell and subscribe if you haven't done so already. At this point, indicate your agreement by typing 1 in the comments. If you please show your support for this video. If not, enter 0 to please share ways I can enhance your content. Individuals aged 65 and older should avoid 3 categories of nutritional supplements. 1 significant quantities of vitamin A. Your bones are quiet interferer. One of the most challenging truths. As time progresses, the body begins to unexpectedly betray us. Once strong and reliable, our bones weaken and become increasingly permeable. During our younger years, a slight tumble that might have led to a bruise can potentially lead to a hip fracture today. That has a lasting impact on our lives. The most seniors do not realize that one of the most significant threats to their skeletal health wellness could be found in their clinical cabinet, appearing advantageous high-dose vitamin A supplement. Vitamin A is present in numerous dietary supplements and non-prescription remedies, especially those that assist the body's defenses and the passage of time affect vision. It is often highlighted as a powerful nutrient or a product for eyesight assistance. Here's the concern, however. Clinical investigations have showed that overindulgence of preformed vitamin A, the artificial form, often known as retinol, retinol acetate, or retinol palmitate, speeds up the deterioration of bone density and significantly increases the likelihood of breaks, particularly in females above 65. Obtaining vitamin A through dietary sources such as neither squash nor carrots pose any danger. Beta. The presence of carotene in those is merely converted by the body into when to take vitamin A essential, enhanced nutrients, and enriched nutrients that offer ready-to-use vitamin A in quantities that can rapidly exceed the permissible upper limit of 3,000. The daily intake is the true cause for apprehension. Excessive intake over time leads to more than just fragile bones. Furthermore, it could lead to headaches, lightheadedness, parched skin, liver stress, and in critical circumstances, cognitive impairment. However, many older individuals continue to using these supplements due to I believe that an abundance is preferable. This concept is especially detrimental as it contributes to a common worry, the anxiety of experiencing loss in individuals' sight. To some degree, vitamin A plays a crucial role in maintaining healthy vision. As we have been advised, the same matters we strive to preserve mobility in later years and autonomy may be hindered by administering large quantities with the expectation of protecting eyesight. Additionally, healing from a fracture is seldom simple. A seemingly harmless supplement can result in a variety of adverse outcomes, including hospital stays, reduced movement, and a growing reliance regarding others. The most effective course of action: avoid products that include significant quantities of preformed vitamin A unless you're a health professional. They have been prescribed medication. Focus on what matters most. Consider alternatives rich in beta-carotene. Instead, seek advice from a trusted medical professional expert before including any extra vitamins into your routine. However, there are other challenges in sheep's clothing in addition to vitamin A. Another widely recognized nutrient that is found in numerous dietary supplements and is promoted for its benefits to cardiovascular well-being factors may quietly increase your likelihood of when it comes to stroke and cancer combined. Let's take a closer look at this next hidden danger in greater depth. Kindly please inform me in the initial comment below if you're still observing and discovering these valuable insights. Let's now examine the point second. 2. Synthetic vitamin E, the misleading guardian of your well-being. Administering a supplement that is promoted as beneficial for your heart feels quite comforting. Cardiac illness is more than just a threat for senior individuals. It often occurs. Consequently, it appears that a clear expression of optimism when we come across a gentle capsule of vitamin E that offers assurance, 1 tablet daily to prevent harm. However, what if the same inaction taken with sincere intentions is delicately putting your well-being and your heart at risk? Your body is not equipped to process artificial vitamin E that is frequently included in non-prescription multivitamins and marketed as DL-alpha tocopherol. Even though it is artificially created version designed to mimic the organic structure, it operates uniquely within the human form. The research is also unsettling. Elevated amounts of artificial vitamin E was linked to a 17% rise in the occurrence of prostate malignancy based on several comprehensive research involving the National Study from the Cancer Institute. Any individual I would think twice about that on my own. Nonetheless, the situation continues beyond that. A heightened risk of a bleeding type of stroke, a particularly life-threatening kind of stroke triggered by hemorrhaging within the cranial cavity, has also been associated with high levels of artificial vitamin E. It affects older adults who are already using increased susceptibility due to blood thinners disrupting the role of vitamin K is essential for the process of blood coagulation. Additionally, synthetic vitamin E has the potential to substitute and inhibit the uptake of alternative types of vitamin E, such as gamma tocopherol, which has vital protective functions of its own, particularly in the intestines and respiratory system. What is the reason is this significant? Because in a medical setting experiment, we are not merely talking about figures. We're having a conversation about a minor routine. Options that might pose risks. We're striving to prevent a more serious situation. The majority of individuals, many older adults, use supplements to enhance their well-being, preventive and safe. Nonetheless, that protection transforms into a dangerous illusion when it relies on deceptive shortcuts and incorrect labels. Natural vitamin E, too recognized as D-alpha tocopherol, is significantly more easily taken in by the body and ought to only be taken under a medical professional's oversight, especially if you have already incorporated a variety of leafy greens into your meals nuts and beneficial lipids. Be aware that an excess is not always advantageous. Additional may pose a risk. Nonetheless, if synthetic vitamin E is misleading guardian, there is another nutrient that is often misunderstood and celebrated that could potentially be leading to internal issues. Each cold therapy effervescent tablet and defense. There is a product available that enhances performance. Additionally, high amounts can have a negative impact on your kidneys. Next, let's examine it closely. 3. Extensive quantities of vitamin C. The risk hidden beneath the cheerful radiance. Ascorbic acid experiences a sense of near contentment. It offers immune assistance, effervesces in your transparent material, and includes the implied ensure that it is secure. Indeed essential. It feels like a crucial support for older individuals who experience fear of falling ill, especially during the season for colds and flu. Who wouldn't desire a strong defense against illness at 70, 80, or 90? How many years have passed then? Nonetheless, similar to numerous aspects of existence, an excess of something beneficial could gradually develop into an issue, and a small number of individuals recognize that vitamin C in excess is one of those quiet eliminators. When vitamin C is utilized in an amount that typically exceeds 1,000 milliliters each day, It transforms the body instead of merely moving through it without resulting in any negative effects. Oxalate, a compound that can solidify and ultimately can lead to painful kidney stones, is generated when high amounts of vitamin C are processed in senior individuals. Particularly individuals with reduced kidney function, a common issue associated with getting older. The burden on a deteriorating renal system, which is already not as effective at removing waste, is the real danger. Despite the fact that the unease is already critical, the reality that these risks are often hidden behind promotional efforts, the situation is even more concerning. As a daily health booster, fizzy tablets with 1,000 nionidium as vitamin C is promoted. Some older individuals who administer them 2 times daily or more due to concerns about falling ill. It could be placing themselves in jeopardy for kidney concerns, gastrointestinal challenges, and dietary discrepancies. Bloating and cramping in the abdominal discomfort and loose stools are merely the begin. Additionally, over an extended period, excessive intake of isolated synthetic vitamin C might actually impede the absorption of copper, a mineral that is essential for the effects of time on our skeletal and cognitive health. The information regarding vitamin C is absolutely essential, enhances this further demanding. It enhances the body's defenses, the creation of collagen, as well as emotional well-being oversight. Nonetheless, the origin and balance is where the truth resides. It is typically adequate and considerably more secure for older adults should take in 200 to 500 milliliters each day, particularly when acquired naturally from sources such as citrus, bell peppers, fresh strawberries, and vibrant broccoli. In conjunction with bioflavonoids and enzymes that encourage suitable uptake and function, these provide vitamin C in an equilibrium structure. Consequently, take into account whether you are providing support or excessively taxing your body the next time you reach for that effervescent orange tablet. Moreover, specific vitamins possess the produces a contrasting outcome compared to vitamin C, which could pose risks if taken in large amounts. They are clearly better than artificial counterparts in terms of recovery, supporting and enhancing the well-being of older individuals. Now is the time to transform our focus on aspects to steer clear of 3 vital nutrients that everyone older adults should take on a regular basis. Kindly inform me in your initial response. Please respond if you're still tuned in and discovering these insights beneficial. Let's proceed. Moving on to point number 4. At this moment, individuals over 65 should consider taking supplements of 3 distinct varieties of vitamins each day. Initially, the crucial element that contributes to the process of growing older, the body gradually diminishes. Supplement B12. Numerous transformations accompany the passage of time. Some are clear, while others are not. The quiet decline in the body's capacity to take in vitamin B12, an element so essential that even a small shortfall can begin to erode our autonomy. One overlooked name or exhausted start to the day can be quite challenging the most nuanced yet significant transformations that happens post the age of 60. Even though B12 is often described as the source of vitality, it has numerous additional applications. It is crucial for cognitive performance, oxygen transport cell creation, nerve well-being, and also emotional resilience. These are essential supports for seniors, not luxuries. Nonetheless, many senior individuals are not cognizant of their shortcomings. Biology is the actual concern, not essentially nutrition. It becomes challenging to obtain sufficient B12 from our diet as we grow older due to a decrease in production from our stomach's hydrochloric acid. This suggests that your body may still be deficient in this crucial component, even if you consume a nutritious eating plan. The signs of a B12 deficiency shortcomings are occasionally dismissed as is common with getting older: forgetfulness, fatigue sensations in the hands or feet, or emotional numbness. Nonetheless, it's occasionally overlooked that these symptoms may progressively intensify and ultimately lead to anemia, irreversible nerve harm, or even indications that mimic cognitive decline. Additionally, B12 does not become apparent considerably before the damage has occurred, unlike numerous others' additional shortcomings. Due to this, supplementing is not just advantageous, but also necessary for seniors. Nevertheless, structure is crucial due to the very difficulties with nutrient uptake in older individuals possess. Oral medications often prove ineffective. Correctly, sublingual lozenges or sprays are the most effective as they begin the circulatory system without going through the gastrointestinal system. The perfect type. Your body swiftly identifies methylcobalamin, the naturally occurring substance form of vitamin B12 that is easily absorbed by the body. Only 500 to 1,000 micrograms daily will frequently enhance mental capabilities, reduce fatigue, and regain focus. Following just a couple of weeks, multiple seniors indicate transformative benefits such as enhanced emotional balance, heightened concentration, and an even lower incidence of accidents as a consequence of nerve function being revitalized. The body is finally receiving what it has needed missing for years. It is not a miracle. Nonetheless, B12 is merely one part of the formula. The subsequent vitamin provides us with the necessary structural integrity to stay on your feet and engaged. If vitamin B12 enhances the function of the brain and nerves, it supports our skeletal structure stability and even our struggle with depression alongside defense system. Now let's talk about a vitamin. Many older adults are significantly feeling low, yet they seldom take into account it until the moment has passed. I kindly request your assistance. Please indicate in the initial comment below if you are continuing to observe and discover these valuable insights. Let's now examine the point second. 2. Resilience, balance, and essence are all quietly safeguarded by vitamin D3. The process of getting older brings a serious perspective. Excellence, not just in the evident aspects, but also in the nuanced declines. The balance we once assumed was always there. The confidence in every step, the resilience of the immune system, and the bright and uplifting spirit that once appeared with such simplicity. While vitamin D3 is among the most commonly lacking nutrients in individuals aged 65 and older, not many are informed that it contributes to all of these items. While it is often promoted as a nutrient for bone health, vitamin D3 is beyond that. It is indeed an essential tool that enhances strength, enhances the body's defenses, facilitates the uptake of calcium, and even promotes emotional well-being. Here is it's important to be attentive, however, the capacity of our skin. The production of D3 from sunlight diminishes notably as one grows older. It currently requires hours to achieve the same advantages as 20 minutes of illumination at 30 did. Moreover, in that case, it may fall short, especially for individuals who invest more period spent inside or in regions further north. The consequences of a D3 deficiency often emerge slowly and unexpectedly. Higher likelihood of breaks, bone density loss, and accidents. Conditions that can transform a senior's life entirely in addition to inducing discomfort. An injured ankle at 30 is not the same as a broken hip at 70. It could encompass being admitted to the facility experiencing loss, one's autonomy, or even more concerning. Further bones, however, vitamin D3 plays a crucial role in maintaining their health. Notable influence on the body's defense mechanisms, which is especially significant in a community where pathogens and illnesses affecting the respiratory system pose real risks to older individuals. Additionally, there's still additional information. Insufficient levels of D3 are growing connections, have been observed in studies to fatigue sadness and mental clarity decline, indications that are occasionally overlooked as an inherent part of growing older, yet could truly exist treatable. Consuming D3 supplements is a method to regain strength, balance, and emotional vitality alongside avoiding issues. To improve, experts recommend an intake of 1,000 for optimal absorption to 2,000 IU daily, preferably taken with meals that include beneficial fats. Recovering assurance in your movements, lucidity in your reflections, and energy in your daily life can be accomplished by embracing this small practice, which has the potential to offer significant benefits. On the other hand, another vitamin operates as a guide for calcium, guiding it away from your flows, through your vessels, and reaches your skeletal structure where it is essential. While vitamin D3 assists in bringing balance and strength to the body, even the most effective skeletal assistance could be detrimental if you don't obtain this extra nutrient. Now let's examine the role of vitamin K2, which is often overlooked. 3. The overlooked champion that stops calcium from functioning counter to you are vitamin K2. As we age, we become more aware of our skeletal health, of each stream, each fragile step, each careful observation moment. To ensure protection, it is recommended that we include calcium in our diet. Advertisements endorse it, medical professionals recommend it, and numerous seniors carefully adhere to the guidelines. Nevertheless, many individuals do not realize that calcium can quietly become a concern instead of serving as a safeguard if it lacks the appropriate support. Vitamin K2. Vitamin K1, which supports in blood coagulation, is more recognized than vitamin K2. K2 includes an extra often overlooked role. It moves calcium from soft tissues such as the organs, connective tissues, and blood vessels to the skeletal structure and dental health. It directs this powerful substance to the areas where it restores and away from those areas where it may lead to quiet damage, reminiscent of a wise journey officer. Excessive calcium intake may result in kidney issues, calcifications, obstructions, and additional concerns. Joint rigidity when it concludes in the incorrect regions, all of which deteriorate with years. When we consume calcium or vitamin D supplements that increase blood calcium levels, the body's requirement for K2 increases even more critical. That calcium may not journey to your desired destination if K2 isn't present to guide it. As per recent findings suggest that a deficiency in K2 could potentially be an underlying factor for several of heart-related concerns in the elderly individuals, especially those who are currently on medication for diabetes, elevated blood pressure, or lipid levels. Nonetheless, K2 possesses a nuanced, remarkable standard. It strengthens the framework in addition to safeguarding the blood vessels. Consistent intake of K2 has been linked to higher bone mineral density and a reduced occurrence of breaks, particularly in the hip area, which are considered some of the most critical injuries for individuals aged 65 and older, based on research. Nonetheless, traditional approaches from the West regimens that do not include items such as fermented foods, matured cheeses, and fermented soybeans, where K2 naturally thrives, yet still predominantly lacks this powerful mineral. A K2 supplement in the MK7 form, which is well known for its outstanding absorption and prolonged duration impacts on the body, is the most practical and effective choice for the most older adults. Just taking 90 to 180 micrograms daily can result in a notable influence on your physical well-being, manages calcium quietly safeguarding the health of your kidneys, heart, and bones from the inside out. Additionally, while nutrients such as K2 function in the context, they possess a considerable effect. Choosing the right nutrition decisions as we grow older involve more than just extending our existence, but also about maintaining their integrity, durability, cognitive sharpness, and capacity to coexist with self-confidence. Because in the end, it's about the quality of your years, not only the duration of your existence, the expense you acquire. Ultimately, the supplements the choice to partake or abstain is greater than only medication. Small decisions we take each the way we navigate our daily lives can significantly impact our overall well-being we age. They influence our capacity to maintain focus, move with purpose, rest well, and rise in the morning, feeling invigorated or drained. In truth, many individuals remain oblivious to the consequences until they emerge quietly, slowly, and from time to time permanently. Not due to their presence careless, yet due to their conviction, tags, promotions, and outdated guidance. I have observed an excessive number of well-intentioned older individuals take supplements that resulted in additional effects, more harm than benefit. The unspoken expense is that trust, which is often misdirected. That's the actual expense you face, not just financial independence, understanding, and self-assurance. I have gained knowledge from having experienced nearly 100 years of life that there are no quick fixes when it comes to wellness and aging. It concerns constantly creating small, logical assessments. It entails choosing nutrients that work in harmony instead of disagree with your body. It entails being your own strongest supporter, inquiring inquiries, and looking beyond classifications, particularly when there are societal expectations placed upon you to seek an immediate solution. We are becoming progressively conscious as we grow older that our bodies extend the recovery process to regain speed. The choice carries significant consequences. Assistance is needed to some extent. In pain, it's possible that there is a broader, valuable insight to take away from this situation. We must maintain our curiosity about ourselves. The conclusion of exploration does not accompany the passage of time. It signifies the beginning of a more intentional journey. Furthermore, each decision we take concerning our wellness is a chance to honor the time we have left and the existence we have already experienced. Inquiring about challenging matters, inquiries like this are truly beneficial for me. Is this included, or am I just taking this? Was it due to a recommendation or something else because it's beneficial for my well-being? Your well-being is not something that comes from a container or a label or perhaps a promotional piece. You are responsible for it. Additionally, that reality takes on an even greater significance as we grow older. This is my concluding reflection. Don't allow quietness to take a toll on you. Speak up. Prepare thoroughly. Prepare modifications. Discover the reasons behind it. Take what you need. Nourishes your bones, heart, and mind. Additionally, release what burdens your spirit. Your present years are just as important as those that preceded them. Don't allow a designation to determine your decisions. Your body is required to produce. I strongly urge you to take any action, no matter how small, if the communication has triggered a recollection, a concern, or simply a moment of reflection. At times, just one straightforward adjustment can bring back the energy, insight, and peace we thought had been forgotten by history. That is both the genuine benefit and the true dedication. The aim of these presentations is to motivate you to embrace life to the complete and most authentic. I'm pleased to receive your message at this time. Take a moment, and then share one item you have discovered that you wish to utilize in your own existence. On this journey of embracing these, let's support each other through the challenges we face. If this video was enjoyable for you, please provide a comment with 1. If not, feel free to utilize 0 in your comment. Your insights hold significant value for us. For additional content of this nature, please ensure to join our YouTube community and show your support by liking our videos and distribute our videos. Your support means a lot to me, observing, and I trust. You find joy in your life as you choose.